Here I am in Denver, Colorado at the NASPA AVP Institute. I spent the time at this institute presenting sessions and leading a roundtable and attending sessions, and it's been really great. But what's been most powerful to me is listening to these AVPs talk about the challenges they face, the things they're navigating, and how they're doing that. It's been a wonderful learning opportunity. And so today I want to talk with you a little bit about the unique role of strategic leadership for AVPs and academic deans. As I've been in conversation with many of these higher ed leaders at the AVP role, the thing that stands out to me is the complexity that they're navigating. They're holding people accountable for the operational leadership beneath them, those who are reporting to them, while still trying to understand, navigate the visionary leadership of the folks above them that they're reporting to. And within that, they're leading up, down, and all around. They're navigating enormous complexity, constant change, and many different people with different perspectives and opinions. One of the things that came out of the conversations was the role of trust in that. My colleague Don Lee and I got to lead a session related to the different levels of leadership capacities for leaders. We talked about operational, strategic, and visionary leadership. And one of the things we were focused on is the critical role at the AVP level, generally, of strategic leadership. And some of these AVPs were saying, yes, mostly, but I also have to jump into operational leadership because one of my departments reporting to me is a bit of a mess and needs my help. And another one is missing their director. So I've got to jump in and provide that operational leadership too. Others were saying that their VP is just not great at the visionary leadership. And so they're being invited into those conversations and being asked to lead at that level as well. I think what's important here is we understand the differences between these different levels of leadership so that we can engage with awareness and consciousness and mindfulness rather than just saying, what I love to do is lead like this, so I'm going to do that in every meeting I have this week. Or I think one of the things that's really challenging is how do we let go of the leadership we've provided previously, often operational leadership, where we've been very successful, really thrived, gotten a lot of affirmation and compliments, often years of great performance appraisals, and let go of that kind of leadership so we can pretend to the strategic leadership. The challenge there is we've got all this affirmation for this thing we're going to stop doing, and we're going to move into this new realm of leadership that we're unfamiliar with, don't have a proven track record, don't have a lot of affirmation, and we're worried we might make a mistake. That can be a challenging thing to ask of these leaders at the AVP level. One of the other things that's really standing out to me is the transformational power of deepening personal foundations. It's the thing that's not really being talked about here, but the thing that I hear in conversations people really yearning for. In our Evolve program, we begin each of our 4 different leadership coaching journeys with personal foundations. Personal foundations helps us deepen our roots so we can be more centered, more grounded, and more rooted. More centered in our values, more grounded in our purpose, more rooted in our self-awareness and our self-management. Those things, that rooted, grounded centeredness helps us navigate everything that comes our way so we can be the calm at the center of the storm. It helps us lead with clarity, capacity, courage, and compassion. And most of what the Institute is focused on are the tools and strategies. And those are super important and very helpful. And we're hearing people asking for those and getting those. And that's a part of what our second portion in Evolve offers. And those are different by the leadership level, whether it's Summit for our VPs and presidents, Ascent for our AVPs and Deans, Basecamp for our directors and executive directors, or Elevate for those leading for equity. If this is the kind of level of leadership you're at or aspiring to, and you want to talk more about moving from operationals to strategic, and then what might be ahead for you in visionary leadership, we'd love to talk with you about our upcoming Ascent program. This is going to launch April, May, and June. It'll begin in April, and we have a discovery session coming up in a couple of weeks that we'd love to invite you to. It's totally free. You can learn about all our Evolve offerings, and particularly this one. And so if you're at all interested in that, just respond back to this or drop a note in the comments. We'll get you added to that. Or if you just want to chat one-on-one directly, happy to find a time to do so as well. Looking forward to seeing how your leadership continues to evolve.